G'day guys, Scott Bailey back with you here. Thank you for joining us once again for Property Talk. Well, it's been an interesting couple of months to say the least. Things are still travelling very, very well. But interestingly, we just wanted to share with you a 12-month snapshot. So March last year, the average price of a residential house in our area was $400,000. So March this year, it's $600,000. So that is a 50% increase. Now, rural, the average price was $1.23 million in March last year. March this year, 1.65 million. So that is a 35% increase. But that does make sense because the rural market did kick first, followed by the residential market. So look, things have certainly stopped lifting that quickly, but the market is still very, very solid. We've seen a tremendous listing spike occur. So this month we had in excess of 60 listings hit the market. Normally it sits between 40, 50. So I think what that is, a lot of the people out there considering moving are going, okay, let's try and pick the top of the property market. Things have been so strong for so long. People are, I think, going, okay, let's sell now before we miss the boat. There's a lot of that going on. Whether that is happening, whether we are sort of reaching the peak and that's the correct decision making remains to be seen. But one would think the run that we've had has been that good for so long, we probably are reaching the peak. But interestingly, the federal budget touched on some interesting facts. They released some incentives to try and help first home buyers once again, which is great. However, what the big thing from the budget was, their commentary said that they don't see property prices reducing at all. They see them sitting where they are and not moving too much. That commentary by the federal government is typified by what we're seeing here in our marketplace. The residential market in the top end is cooling. Anything below sort of 700,000 is still really, really good. But the top end is becoming a little bit sluggish in places. Places are still selling very, very well. There was a place at the retreat that went for 1.225 last week, which is huge money for a place at the retreat. But there was only one buyer on it. So what we've got in the top end is one or two buyers. Below 700, still very, very active. Rural, it is shifting as well. Like, for the last 2 years, we'd run a campaign with rural. We'd get anywhere from 50 to 100 inquiries. Well, now we're sort of looking at 20 to 30 inquiries when we run a campaign. So the number of inquiries have reduced, but the results are still there. So rural property remains very, very strong. The cattle market's still soaring. The season around here is still magnificent. It keeps raining, so that's also driving the rural market. Things look beautiful. But look, the federal budget and also the federal election coming up, all eyes are on. I think people are really focused on that. Whether Labor or Liberal get in, it will have repercussions in some way, shape or form, and people are just a little bit uncertain as to what that means. We're a coal mining area essentially, so if Labor do get in and Greens have some sort of impact with what happens in our area, I think people are a little bit nervous about that. It doesn't matter which way you vote, it is what it is. People are a little bit uncertain about that. So a little bit confusing out there at the moment, but all in all, in short, the market's still travelling very well, and it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of months. Remember, wherever you are on your property journey, we would love you to do it with Bailey. Thank you.